Vitamin B12 plays one of the most powerful roles in keeping men over 60 energized, focused, and mentally sharp. This vitamin is not just another nutrient in the diet, it is an essential part of how the body converts food into energy and how the nervous system continues to function smoothly. Without enough of it, men can begin to feel tired, sluggish, and even confused, often mistaking these symptoms for normal signs of aging when in reality they may be linked to a deficiency that can be corrected. Understanding why B12 matters so much after 60 is the first step toward improving daily energy and maintaining vitality for years to come. As the body ages, its ability to absorb a B12 from food declines. This is because the stomach produces less acid and fewer digestive enzymes, both of which are necessary to release B12 from the protein in food. Even men who eat meat, eggs, and fish regularly may still end up with low levels because their bodies cannot fully extract what they need. This subtle shift often happens gradually, and many do not realize it until symptoms begin to interfere with daily life. Fatigue becomes more frequent, memory lapses appear, and physical strength feels diminished. These changes can be discouraging, but they do not have to be permanent. Low B12 can also affect the nervous system, which means it impacts not only physical energy, but also mood and cognitive performance. Tingling in the hands or feet, feelings of weakness, or even bouts of depression can be linked to inadequate levels. Men who have always been active and independent may find themselves slowing down in ways that feel unnatural. The good news is that by paying attention to this one vitamin, many of these issues can be managed or even reversed. B12 is like a hidden key that unlocks energy and sharpness when it is present in the right amounts. Adding B12-rich foods into the diet is one of the simplest ways to support better health. Lean red meat, chicken, fish such as salmon and tuna, eggs, and dairy products are excellent sources. Fortified cereals and plant-based milks also contain added B12, making them helpful for those who do not consume much animal protein. The important part is not just eating these foods occasionally, but making them a regular part of meals so that the body has a steady supply to work with. For some men, food alone may not be enough, and that is where supplements come in. Doctors often recommend B12 supplements for older adults, either in pill form or as injections depending on the severity of the deficiency. These methods bypass the natural decline in absorption and deliver the vitamin directly where it is needed. Many men notice the difference quickly with improved stamina, better focus, and a renewed sense of energy. Choosing to supplement under medical guidance can prevent the slow decline that sometimes gets blamed on age alone. With the right approach, the body and mind can feel much more capable. The benefits of keeping B12 levels healthy go beyond energy. This vitamin helps produce red blood cells, which are responsible for carrying oxygen throughout the body. When oxygen delivery is efficient, the muscles, organs, and brain all function more effectively. Men over 60 often notice that simple activities such as walking, climbing stairs, or doing household tasks feel easier once their energy levels rise. This physical strength creates more independence and confidence, which are vital for enjoying later life fully. Mental clarity is another area where B12 makes a clear difference. Concentration, memory, and the ability to process information all rely on the health of the nervous system, which B12 protects. It supports the production of myelin, the coating around nerves that ensures signals travel quickly and efficiently. When levels drop, men may feel foggy, forgetful, or easily distracted. Keeping B12 levels steady allows the brain to continue functioning at its best, which can help preserve a sense of sharpness and vitality well into older age. Beyond the physical and mental effects, there is also an emotional benefit that comes with feeling more energized and capable. When men over 60 feel strong, alert, and steady, they are more likely to engage in the activities they enjoy, whether it is walking, gardening, socializing, or even traveling. These experiences add richness and meaning to life, creating a cycle of positivity where good health encourages activity and activity reinforces good health. B12 is a small nutrient with the power to set the cycle in motion. Maintaining energy and strength in later years does not require extreme changes or complex routines. By understanding how the body's needs shift over time and giving attention to nutrients like B12, men can take control of their health in simple yet effective ways. This vitamin is not about adding years to life, but about adding life to those years, making each day more energetic, more focused, and more fulfilling. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but its role in men's health over 60 goes far beyond a simple connection to sunlight. It acts as a foundation for strong bones, steady balance, resilient muscles, and a well-functioning immune system. As men age, bone density naturally begins to decline and the risk of fractures increases, yet with adequate vitamin D, this process can be slowed dramatically. It works hand in hand with calcium to strengthen the skeleton and keep it sturdy. Without it, the body struggles to absorb calcium efficiently, leaving bones vulnerable and weaker over time. This is why ensuring proper vitamin D intake is essential for maintaining independence and mobility as the years progress. For many men, vitamin D deficiency creeps in silently. Unlike fatigue or obvious pain, low levels may not produce immediate signs until the effects become serious. Weakness, unexplained aches, or frequent illnesses can be subtle indicators, but often men assume these are normal signs of getting older. In reality, they may be warning signs that the body is not receiving the vitamin D it requires. This deficiency is particularly common in men over 60 because skin loses some of its ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight, and lifestyle changes may lead to spending less time outdoors. Seasonal shifts or geographic location can further limit natural exposure, making diet and supplements even more important. Vitamin D plays a central role in muscle function as well. Strong muscles do not only support mobility, they protect against falls and injuries, which are among the most serious risks for older men. Studies consistently show that men with sufficient vitamin D maintain better muscle strength, coordination, and reaction times. This translates into more confidence when walking, climbing stairs, or staying active, all of which are crucial for maintaining independence. The simple act of having enough of this vitamin becomes a protective measure against accidents that could otherwise reduce quality of life dramatically. The immune system also benefits deeply from adequate vitamin D. Older adults often experience weakened immunity, leaving them more vulnerable to infections and slower recovery times. Vitamin D supports the activation of immune cells that defend against viruses and bacteria. Men who maintain healthy levels often notice fewer illnesses and faster recovery when they do fall sick. This vitality extends into daily life, allowing them to continue routines, social activities, and hobbies without constant setbacks caused by poor health. The vitamin's role in supporting overall resilience makes it one of the most valuable nutrients for older men aiming to live actively. Obtaining vitamin D requires a balance of safe sun exposure, dietary choices, and supplementation when necessary. Spending short periods in the sun, such as 10 to 20 minutes on the arms and face, can help stimulate natural production, though this varies depending on skin tone, season, and location. For men who cannot spend much time outdoors, diet becomes increasingly important. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines provide rich natural sources, while fortified foods such as milk, cereals, and plant-based alternatives can also help. Eggs and certain mushrooms contain smaller amounts, contributing to daily intake. However, even with mindful eating, many men struggle to reach optimal levels without supplementation. Supplements often become the most reliable method to correct or prevent deficiencies. Health professionals may recommend specific doses based on blood tests, since individual needs can vary greatly. Taking vitamin D regularly ensures that the body has what it needs to maintain strong bones, muscles, and immunity. Some men notice improvements in energy, fewer aches, and greater stability once levels are restored. The goal is not simply to avoid deficiency, but to thrive with enough of this nutrient to support active living well into later years. Beyond its physical benefits, vitamin D has also been linked to mood and mental well-being. Low levels are associated with feelings of depression and low motivation, which can make it harder to stay engaged in daily life. By maintaining adequate levels, many men report feeling more positive, focused, and motivated to stay active. Mental health is often overlooked in conversations about aging, yet it plays a critical role in maintaining vitality. Vitamin D's influence on both body and mind makes it especially important for men who want to remain energized and engaged as they age. Maintaining vitamin D levels is not about chasing perfection or adopting drastic changes, but about consistency and awareness. Regular checkups, balanced food choices, mindful sun exposure, and supplements when needed form a straightforward routine that can yield powerful results. For men over 60, it provides the stability to continue enjoying daily life, from physical activity to social connections, with strength and confidence. By paying attention to this single vitamin, the body gains the foundation it needs to remain resilient, active, and prepared for the years ahead. Vitamin E is often described as a powerful antioxidant, but for men over 60 it carries a deeper meaning because it supports energy, protects the body from cellular damage, and keeps circulation flowing smoothly. As the body ages, oxidative stress increases, a process where unstable molecules known as free radicals begin to harm healthy cells. This damage speeds up aging and weakens vital systems. Vitamin E works like a shield, neutralizing those harmful molecules and preserving the body's strength from within. For men who want to maintain vitality and performance in later years, this nutrient acts as one of the strongest defenses against the invisible effects of time. Circulation is one of the most important areas where vitamin E provides benefits. Good circulation ensures oxygen and nutrients reach every part of the body, from muscles to the brain. When blood flow is strong, energy levels remain stable and recovery from activity becomes easier. Men over 60 often notice that sluggish circulation leaves them feeling tired, with cold hands or feet and slower response times. Vitamin E helps prevent blood from clotting unnecessarily and supports flexible blood vessels, keeping the cardiovascular system efficient. This improvement in circulation not only sustains physical performance, but also supports long-term heart health, which is crucial at this stage of life. The antioxidant power of vitamin E also extends to skin and cellular health. Many men may notice their skin losing elasticity, becoming drier, or showing more visible signs of age. While this is natural, vitamin E helps slow down the process by protecting skin cells from oxidative damage. This is why foods rich in vitamin E, such as nuts, seeds, and leafy greens, are often linked to healthier skin. Beyond appearance, this protection reaches deep inside the body, where cells in every organ are shielded from damage that can weaken immunity, energy, and resilience. By consuming enough vitamin E, men give their bodies the chance to stay strong on a cellular level, which is the foundation of overall vitality. Mood and mental performance are also supported by vitamin E because the brain is highly sensitive to oxidative stress. Cognitive decline can accelerate when brain cells are left unprotected, but vitamin E works to defend them. Studies suggest that adequate levels of this vitamin may help preserve memory and focus, making it easier to stay mentally sharp. For men over 60 who want to continue learning, working on projects, or engaging in hobbies that require concentration, vitamin E becomes a valuable ally. Maintaining clarity of thought is just as important as physical health, and this nutrient bridges both areas by protecting brain function. Getting enough vitamin E through diet is both simple and enjoyable. Almonds, sunflower seeds, hazelnuts, spinach, avocados, and vegetable oils such as sunflower or olive oil all provide excellent sources. These foods can be incorporated easily into daily meals and snacks, giving the body a consistent supply. Unlike some other vitamins, vitamin E is fat-soluble, meaning it is stored in the body's fatty tissue, so balance is key. Supplements are available, but for many men a nutrient-rich diet provides what is needed to maintain healthy levels without excess. Choosing whole foods not only supplies vitamin E, but also delivers other essential nutrients that work together to enhance overall health. Energy levels, often one of the biggest concerns for older men, are closely tied to the presence of antioxidants like vitamin E. When oxidative stress is controlled, the body requires less effort to repair itself, leaving more energy available for daily activities. This translates into greater endurance for walking, exercising, or simply enjoying life without constant fatigue. Men who take care of their vitamin E intake often report feeling more active and capable, which reinforces the cycle of staying engaged with physical and social activities. Energy becomes more than just physical strength, it becomes the fuel that allows a fulfilling lifestyle to continue. Another often overlooked benefit of vitamin E is its role in supporting the immune system. As men age, immunity tends to weaken, making the body more vulnerable to infections and slower recovery times. Vitamin E strengthens immune cells, allowing them to respond more effectively to threats. This defense keeps illnesses at bay and ensures quicker healing when the body is challenged. Staying healthy and resilient allows men to maintain independence and avoid setbacks that could otherwise reduce quality of life. In this way, Vitamin E is not just about feeling good today, but about creating a stronger foundation for tomorrow. The influence of vitamin E on overall vitality demonstrates that aging does not have to mean decline. By protecting cells, supporting circulation, boosting immunity, and sharpening the mind, this vitamin helps men over 60 stay youthful and energetic. Simple dietary choices can have profound effects, and consistency in consuming vitamin E-rich foods can lead to noticeable improvements in how the body performs daily. Instead of accepting fatigue, weakness, or fading sharpness as inevitable, men can take action to nourish their bodies with this essential nutrient and enjoy a fuller, more vibrant life. Health over 60 is not built on one single habit, but on a combination of small, consistent actions that strengthen the body and mind every day. Vitamins create the foundation, but their effects grow much stronger when paired with lifestyle choices that keep the body moving, nourished, rested, and balanced. Light exercise, a whole food diet, good sleep, proper hydration, and stress management are often overlooked, yet they are the real tools that keep older men energetic, capable, and youthful. These are not extreme or complicated routines, but steady practices that shape long-term health in powerful ways. Movement is one of the most important pillars. Muscles, bones, and joints thrive when they are used regularly, and even light activity can make a big difference. Walking each day, stretching, or performing simple body weight exercises keeps the body mobile and strong. This movement improves circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of the body, and it boosts energy by activating metabolism. Men who remain active notice that tasks like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or playing with grandchildren feel easier. The body responds positively to movement, growing stronger with consistency rather than intensity. Exercise also supports mental health by releasing endorphins, which lift mood and reduce feelings of stress. It is not about pushing the body to extremes, but about maintaining steady habits that sustain vitality. Diet is equally important. The body thrives on whole, nutrient-rich foods that support the effects of essential vitamins. Lean proteins help preserve muscle mass, vegetables and fruits provide antioxidants and fiber, and healthy fats nourish the heart and brain. A colorful plate filled with greens, berries, nuts, seeds, fish, and whole grains fuels the body with everything it needs to stay resilient. Choosing natural, minimally processed foods reduces inflammation, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps energy levels balanced throughout the day. For men over 60, this type of diet also helps maintain a healthy weight, reducing strain on the heart, joints, and bones. Food becomes more than just fuel. It becomes medicine that strengthens every system of the body and keeps it functioning at its best. Sleep plays a quiet but critical role in health. The body uses rest as its time to repair, restore, and recharge. Without enough quality sleep, energy levels plummet, concentration fades, and the immune system weakens. Many older adults struggle with disrupted sleep patterns, but creating a calming bedtime routine can improve rest. Turning off screens, keeping the room cool, and practicing deep breathing or light stretching before bed can make sleep deeper and more restorative. Good sleep restores hormones that regulate appetite, mood, and energy, allowing the body to wake refreshed and capable of handling the demands of the day. It is one of the simplest ways to maintain vitality, yet often one of the most neglected. Hydration is another simple but often underestimated practice. Water supports digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, and joint lubrication. As the body ages, the sense of thirst becomes less reliable, meaning many older men do not drink enough without realizing it. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, dizziness, headaches, and even difficulty concentrating. By making a conscious effort to drink water throughout the day, the body stays energized and systems function smoothly. Hydration also supports skin health and helps flush toxins from the body, adding to the overall feeling of lightness and vitality. Small habits like keeping a water bottle nearby or drinking a glass before meals make hydration easier and more automatic. Stress management ties everything together. Chronic stress weakens immunity, strains the heart, disrupts sleep, and accelerates aging. Men over 60 who learn to manage stress create a stronger shield against these negative effects. Relaxation practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or even quiet time in nature calm the nervous system and restore balance. Engaging in hobbies, spending time with loved ones, and maintaining a sense of purpose also reduce stress and bring joy into daily life. When stress is managed effectively, the body's energy is freed up for healing, growth, and activity rather than constant tension and fatigue. Together, these practices magnify the effects of vitamins and nutrients. B12, D, and E can do their jobs more effectively when the body is moving, nourished, rested, hydrated, and relaxed. This combination creates a cycle of health where one good habit supports another, building momentum that leads to greater strength, sharper focus, and improved quality of life. For men over 60, these simple actions not only protect against decline, but actively create vitality and confidence. Health becomes less about avoiding illness and more about creating the ability to live fully with independence and energy each day. A positive mindset is one of the strongest tools men over 60 can use to stay energetic, youthful, and motivated. The body responds not only to what it eats and how it moves, but also to the thoughts that fill the mind each day. When a man chooses to see aging as an opportunity rather than a decline, his actions begin to reflect that belief. He feels more willing to take walks, to cook nourishing meals, to connect with others, and to care for himself. This shift in perspective changes the way the body experiences aging because it directs energy toward growth instead of loss. Consistency in daily habits comes naturally when fueled by optimism and purpose. Aging often brings challenges, from physical changes to lifestyle adjustments, but it is the response to those challenges that shapes the outcome. A man who accepts weakness as inevitable is less likely to push himself to improve, while a man who believes strength can still grow will continue to build it. This is not about denying age, but about refusing to let it define what is possible. Many men over 60 discover that when they set small, achievable goals, such as walking a little farther each week or learning a new skill, they create momentum that keeps life exciting. Each success reinforces the belief that vitality is still within reach. Consistency is the quiet power behind long-term wellness. Taking vitamins, exercising lightly, staying hydrated, or going to bed at a regular time may seem simple, but when repeated daily, they create profound changes in the body. A positive mindset fuels this consistency because it transforms habits from chores into acts of self-respect. Instead of feeling burdened by routines, men who stay positive see them as tools that add freedom, energy, and years to their lives. They begin to enjoy the process rather than focus only on the results, which makes it easier to stay committed. Optimism also strengthens resilience in the face of setbacks. Illness, injuries, or stressful life changes can feel heavier with age, but a man with a positive outlook sees recovery as possible and worth pursuing. This attitude speeds healing and prevents discouragement from turning into permanent decline. The mind's influence over the body is powerful, and hope can spark the energy needed to keep moving forward. Resilience built on positivity allows men to bounce back from challenges with greater ease, turning obstacles into opportunities to grow stronger. Social connections play a role in maintaining positivity. Surrounding oneself with supportive family, friends, or community groups provides encouragement and accountability. Men who stay engaged with others often feel younger and more energetic because social interaction stimulates the mind, lifts the mood, and adds purpose to daily life. Isolation, on the other hand, can drain energy and motivation. Choosing to stay connected, whether through shared activities, volunteering, or simply regular conversations, reinforces optimism and reminds men that they are not alone in their journey toward health. Purpose is another key factor. A man who wakes up each day with something meaningful to do, whether it is a hobby, work, or contributing to others, experiences higher energy and vitality. Purpose gives structure to routines and motivates the body to stay strong and capable. Without it, even the healthiest diet or exercise plan can feel empty. Cultivating purpose at this stage of life may mean exploring new interests, deepening relationships, or sharing wisdom with younger generations. This sense of contribution fuels both the spirit and the body, creating a deeper reason to maintain health and wellness. Positive thinking also has measurable physical effects. Studies show that optimism is linked to lower blood pressure, reduced stress hormones, and better heart health. The body literally functions better when the mind is hopeful and focused on growth. Men who practice gratitude, mindfulness, or simply the habit of noticing small daily joys often feel lighter, calmer, and more energetic. These mental habits reduce the wear and tear that stress places on the body, protecting long-term vitality. A healthy mindset is therefore not just about emotion, it is a practical tool for supporting physical wellness. Youthfulness after 60 is not found in pretending to be younger, but in embracing life with curiosity and energy. A man who believes each day offers something new is more likely to stay active, eat well, and continue learning. His body reflects that mindset by staying agile, strong, and engaged. By choosing to see aging as a season of opportunity, men unlock a vitality that goes beyond physical strength. They create a lifestyle that celebrates health, fosters resilience, and builds joy. Positivity becomes the force that ties every habit, nutrient, and exercise together into a powerful approach to living fully at every age.